to learn about what is a gradient and how to create a gradient. A gradient is a mix between two or more colors. So this is a gradient. It goes from one color all the way to a different color. So this is going from like a dark blue to a lighter blue. A solid color is one color itself, just one color. So before we start, we're going to create a new document. Please go to File, New, and say 12 by 16 at 200 resolution and say Create. Also, we want to make sure that our work settings here are the same as yours, because mine may look different. So let's first go to Window, Workspace, say Painting, okay? And if you already have it to the Window Workspace, just reset your painting to make sure everything's there. Now let's go ahead and set our two colors. I'm going to have it to go from a purple, my foreground, and my background is going to be a black. You pick your colors, okay, depending on your team colors. Now that that's set, we're going to go to the gradient tool. If it looks like the paint bucket's on the front, you're just going to move it over to the gradient tool, okay? Now that you've located the gradient tool, let's go over some of these things here. This is the last colors I've used. That's why it's there. And then this is the most current one here. Under your basics folder, you have all these presets here for you to use, but we're going to go to the basics because you want to be able to change those colors, right? This is what I had before. So this is what I had before. And on my basics, it's going to be what I most recently have based on my foreground and background color. Foreground and background color. Here is a type of gradient that I have. This is a linear gradient, goes this way, linear. A radial gradient will go around. A angle gradient, a reflective gradient, and a diamond gradient, all different types. Very simple. All you do is you take your gradient tool, you pick, let's say, a linear gradient, and you just make a line. The line detects how long the gradient is going to be, okay? And so this is my line. I could always say I want to move the direction of it. Instead of making it at an angle, I want it to go straight. If I want it, this is the middle point between this color and this color. Sorry, let's also put the colors that I've said we were going to use. There we go. From purple to black, okay? So this is our dominant point, which tells us how much of each color, okay? So right now, it's 50% purple, 50% black. What if I want it to be more purple than black? So you take this middle point and just drag it down. If you want it to be more purple or more black, you do the opposite. What if you wanted this color to be different? You don't want purple no more and you don't want black. So all you do is you double click on the color, 1, 2, a color picker pops up, you pick a different color and you say okay. The same thing applies here. Double click on the color, you pick on it and you say okay. You can change the direction of any gradient you like, making it shorter or longer. You can change the type of dominance. This is a radial, this is an angle, this is reflective, and this is a diamond. Okay, at this point, you're going to send me your gradient with any of these combined, and you have learned today how to create a gradient. This is very useful for your projects that you're using. Let me just so that you can really picture what I'm trying to help you with is you have your blue background here, and then here you have like a blue background too, but this is going to be like a lighter blue background. Let me give you a radial effect. Now just envision your guy in the center. So that's what you're doing, right? We're envisioning here, and here's your person in the front, like wherever he's at, right? So now you have a cool background. You don't feel like you like that radial going on, make it linear. Okay? All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. You please use it for your backgrounds. Bye, guys.